Hi. You don't have to be that close. Yep, you can back up. So here we are. We just want to give you guys some pointers for getting ready to go skiing so that when you get out on the slopes you don't look like a complete amateur. And so a couple of things that we just want to go over are equipment, what to bring and what not to bring. So the first thing is when you're going to be skiing, you don't want to be wearing what I'm wearing right now. You don't probably want a button-up shirt, you don't want to be wearing jeans, you definitely do not want to be wearing a cast. So don't get one of those in the next couple of weeks. A better idea would be something like sweatpants or gym pants that will easily fit under your ski pants and that won't get all bunched up and be uncomfortable. Just wear a regular shirt. You can for sure wear a hoodie or a sweatshirt or something like that. Make sure that you have a ski jacket. You don't want to just come with like a leather jacket or anything like that. I've seen people try that, but you're going to be very cold and you're going to get snow everywhere. Make sure it's an actual winter ski jacket, and that will be a lot more comfortable for you. As far as some of you guys are going to be renting equipment, and so if you do that, they will help you at the rental place decide what fits and what doesn't fit. But if you're borrowing from a friend, or if you're looking on Craigslist, or if you're looking to buy new equipment, some pointers to go by are when you put the boots on. If you're skiing, when you put the boot on, it's going to be difficult to get it on, but when it's on, you want to make sure that you can stand in it comfortably, and your toes, when you're standing up, your toes want to be just barely brushing the front of your ski boot. So like I said, it's difficult sometimes to get these on. There we go. And that's okay if it's difficult, because that means it fits. And then when they are buckled, and you're standing with both boots on, if I'm standing in an upright position, my toes should just barely brush the front of the boot, and that means it fits. And then if I bend my knees, my toes are going to just come back slightly off of the toe. So now they're not touching the front anymore. Now they're just barely brushing it. So that's a good fitting boot. Another thing that's really important is don't wear socks like this. Don't wear shorty socks. They're going to get bunched up and be really uncomfortable. So these are a complete no-no. You don't want those. You probably do not want to wear cotton socks either. It's not going to be the end of the world if you do, but you're going to do a lot better in wool socks like this. And even the best option is if you've got some ski socks. They're a little bit thinner. They fit in your ski boots a little bit better. Either of these would be fine. Try to stay away from these. Other than that, very quickly, how to get into your skis. You want to always start with the toe and then step into the back. And now this is on. Really important is if you crash, sometimes this will stay up like that. Your binding will stay up sometimes because your boot releases, or your binding releases and you come out. And beginners try to snap back into them without doing anything to the binding, and you can't do it. It's not possible. So you have to put the binding back down, go from the front, and there you are. So those are just some quick pointers.
Gloves,
helmet, all that kind of stuff. Alright, so gloves, you want those to come up over your jacket, or else, you don't want there to be any space between your glove and your jacket. Make sure that you have a hat or a helmet. We're not requiring that people bring helmets, but if you have a helmet, it's always a good option. It is safer. It's not required though. Something like a neck warmer or a scarf is always good too, in case it's really cold. That's something to keep your neck warm. And bring goggles. You absolutely will want to be having goggles. Even if it's not snowing, these keep you a lot warmer. So try to find some goggles that you can bring.